Looks like both of them want to warm up right now. I guess we'll see what's to come with this, or maybe it'll be like a 10-second warm up. You never really know with the warm ups, to be fair.
Let's see.
Firestorm with the Waffle House.
The Waffle House, there it is. Shout out to Waffle House.
That's my dog right there.
True. I haven't had Waffle House in a while, actually. It's open 24/7. Maybe I should just like drive out right after this commentary block finishes.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever had Waffle House.
That's crazy. I mean, I think it's it's a regional thing, right? Like, it's not. There's just some places where it just isn't. So I guess it's understandable.
Yeah, I don't. Is it like on the East Coast? I'm not too sure.
I know it's on the East Coast. I just don't know if it's like Northeast or anything.
Yeah, I mean, one day I'll have to try it out. That's for sure. Clearly, it's a fan favorite. But looking onto this warm up here, both of them getting PCs and QMK getting the garbage PC as well. Firestorm still managed to survive all of it, getting a back-to-back going from that somehow. QMK now at the top right now is canceling a good chunk right here. Will it be enough to survive? It is not. Even though Firestorm looks like they had a not so great board state at the end right there, it was still enough to actually get the win. And a classic, very fast warm-up for these classic players. And by classic, I don't mean like Tetris classic, just like classic matchup, to be clear.
Yeah. Oh yeah, these two have played a lot, like, throughout the history of the scene. Kind of just known as rivals for a time.
Yeah, it was definitely during the Gestress era. It was always like, it was either Wumbo versus Firestorm in the finals or QMK versus Firestorm. So these two definitely go way back, but this isn't Gestress at this point. Things have changed a lot, and you can see QMK getting that spike right there, clearly showing that even though they might have struggled during the Gestress era, they are not struggling right now.
For sure. See if they can keep it up, though. Going for these PCs.
But, I mean, Firestorm just using all of that PC attack to get that back-to-back going right now, sending QMK all the way up to the top and still keeping it going with his back-to-back. Up to 15 at this point. QMK timing perfectly, though, to survive all of it. And getting a nice counter spike in there, sending Firestorm up a little bit, but still not enough to actually kill. I think QMK at this point is just trying to get a big enough spike to force Firestorm to cancel, but you can see it is very difficult to do right now.
Yeah, at this point, like, QMK just doesn't have the room with FS. Just
that 32 back-to-back.
Yeah. Really tough to break it once it reaches that point.
Yeah, it's more of if like the player misdrops or messes up at that point. And speaking of misdrops there, Firestorm misdropping at the top right there, letting QMK take it very, very easily.
QMK brings it up. Keeping the lead going here. Going to get another PC. Takes the single line, though. Not going to have a follow-up. Oh, and FS is going to have a pretty good spike. Built up a lot. The 4-line?
Oh,
no.
Maybe? Yeah, I thought so too for a second there, but looks like Firestorm is saving that for another day, it seems. I mean, does get a nice combo there. Cheeses QMK just a little bit right there. QMK is going to downstack through it, but in the meantime, Firestorm starting to build that back-to-back, but not able to because QMK just gets a spike at the perfect time, sending Firestorm up. Now QMK is the one that has to deal with a bit of cheese right here. Makes it to the clean, but again, Firestorm building up that back-to-back right now.
Yeah, now it just keeps going and going. This overhang is super ambitious for the DT.
That was insane foresight. Are you kidding me, FS? Gets it built, and still QMK lives through it.
What a setup. What survival. But QMK just unfortunately gets spiked up at the wrong time. Taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, Firestorm getting that C-spin finally gets the pressure enough to knock QMK down and ties it right back up here.
I mean, speaking of C-spin, here it is.
Not an opener you see very often at this point, but I mean, Firestorm does like go for some of the old openers that you don't see as often. And I mean, it seems to be working. It let them start building this back-to-back here while QMK is just trying to get it canceled, but
this is huge.
Yeah.
This is just gonna be a lot of back-to-back. The TSS Mini keeping it up here, but QMK survival. If anyone's gonna live this, it's QMK. The question is, can QMK interrupt it? They're gonna live a little bit from now, and that's wild.
Yeah, it looks like Firestorm was just trying to keep that back-to-back, but was forced to cancel, hesitated a little too much, and that let QMK send the spike that was able to kill.
Oh my god, QMK does the C-spin back. It's a method of communication.
Uno reversed Firestorm right there. But, I mean, it didn't seem to really matter in the long run. Looks like QMK getting spiked up so much right there isn't able to start building that back-to-back like they wanted. And Firestorm's the one that gets that chance right now. Already getting another 12 going right here. Just able to maintain it so easily. But, I mean, QMK also a nice 6 back-to-back. Forced to cancel it, though. Has to dig through a lot of cheese right now and is not able to get through it fast enough.
Yeah, FS just keeps up the pressure. And, yeah, now it's tied up.
I feel like QMK has been going for a lot more PCs than, like, I usually expect from them.
Speaking of PCs... Speaking of...
But QMK, if QMK lived that, I would have been... I don't know, I would have been lost for words, because... I don't know. QMK managed to survive so much, but I was not expecting that. But yeah, like I was saying, QMK is not the one I typically see doing PCs. It's always Firestorm that, like, has been known for them. Not so much recently, but I mean, it's still working out right now. They're playing very nicely.
Has that misdrop
up, but misdrops it.
But also lives and gets the eyepiece. Survives even longer here.
Yeah, makes their way down through it, but QMK is building that back-to-back, managed to get that C-spin going, but has to break it right here, letting Firestorm build some back-to-back of their own. But Firestorm dealing with a bit of cheese here. We'll see if they manage to maintain it. Does so nicely, but does have a 9-0 well right now. We'll see if QMK gets enough pressure to actually cancel the spike right now. But Firestorm's still going with that back-to-back, manages to make it to the clean well and keep it going right now. QMK spiking enough, forcing Firestorm to skim right there. And now Firestorm cheesed up so much right now.
Yeah, that cheese interrupts a lot, but Firestorm can get through it, like, very quickly here.
Yeah, we can see both of them dealing with a bit of cheese right now. Firestorm starting to build that back-to-back chain when they got the chance. QMK had to deal with cheese a little bit longer and was not able to get some back-to-back of their own going fast enough, and Firestorm takes another one right there.
Yeah, Firestorm is starting to build up that lead. Oh, and this is, like, perfect. Stick spin is, like, good now just because it gives you that back-to-back to start out with. What?
Are you kidding?
Hello? The thing is, It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, this has been a matchup of the perfect clears, but I think it's only been like Firestorm who's actually gotten a win with just the PCs. Maybe QMK needs to like try and figure out something new right here, because Firestorm is taking the lead right now, gets another PC right there, but is unable to phase QMK, and now QMK getting that back-to-back going. Fixes their well nicely right there. Gets a massive spike into the TST, but forced to break the back-to-back, letting Firestorm live a little bit longer.
Yeah, Firestorm is gonna make it out. Yeah, it doesn't really feel like QMK can hold on to back-to-back chains as long as FS can.
Yeah, they managed to maintain it for a long time, but not like... They're not going fast enough to get the kill with it, and eventually are forced to break it. While Firestorm, on the other hand, just has that speed advantage, is able to keep that back-to-back going, as you can see right now. Getting it up to 11. Almost canceled it there by mistake, but managed to fix it. And has a nice well to work with. Manages to maintain it. Not the best board state right now. Trying to keep that back-to-back, but QMK saw that they were in a bad position and spiked at the perfect moment and gets another win right there, slowly inching in on this lead.
Really making it here. Just gotta extend it a bit more. This is a really good board state for FS. Yeah, I think just gonna go into LST here, and QMK doesn't have an answer.
Yeah, not able to downstack through that pressure fast enough. And Firestorm making sure to maintain this lead. QMK with the PC, Firestorm with the not playing. We'll see if it's the strategy will work out. Looks like it didn't. Not sure what happened there. But I mean, QMK will definitely take it.
Looks like FS is back.
Yeah, back in... Not only back, but back-to-back as well right now. Getting that 9 right now. Keeping it going. QMK getting spiked to the top. Manages to get down fast enough. But Firestorm's still not done. He is spiked up all the way to the top. Forced to cancel out of this back-to-back. Letting QMK... start building a back-to-back of their own. Has a nice T-spin triple right there. Into another T-spin triple, but Firestorm gets through it very easily and starts to build a back-to-back of their own as well.
Oh, and... yeah, this back-to-back needs to be building, but QMK is going to get out of it with a huge combo.
Yeah, massive spike right there, but then into a misdrop right there, while Firestorm on the other end is surviving and gets a counter spike to kill QMK.
Brings it up now to 8-5.
Looks like Firestorm just going for that 9-0 right now. QMK on the other side is misdropping right here. This is really bad for them. Firestorm now gaining a good lead here. Only needs 2 more wins to move on to the next match. We'll see if QMK is able to pull something together to get some more wins in here. But
the
Firestorm,
PCs.
Yeah, sending so many is not done.
Still going.
That's another. Unfortunately,
have one more. Gets the.
Gets that weird overhang set up. And is it enough? It is enough, and takes it with that crazy round.
Yeah, and now Firestorm is on match point here. See what ends up happening.
PC from QMK, Firestorm tanking it. Definitely looks like it's intentional here. Has a lot of clean to work with, already getting that back-to-back going. Not able to keep it for long enough to actually affect QMK, but still has a really clean well right now. QMK, on the other hand, has a bit of back-to-back going themselves. Is able to get to the clean, just trying to find a way to keep it going, is forced to cancel it though, and Firestorm is in a really good position to try and counter Spike. Gets a little bit of a combo there, but not enough, unfortunately. Oh, those
miss drops.
QMK.
Oh, that's really, really rough.
Yeah, not much you can do at the top of the board with those miss drops, and then Firestorm just easily gets the spike in to kill right there. And moves on to the next match here.